Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Spyro 3! Last time we finally finished...
Your game camera is currently in passive mode.
Fuck you, Zoe! No, we don't want active mode. Active mode is for squares, man. Last time, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, we finished off everything to do here in the Sunrise Spring homeworld, and we're going to enter our first Sparx world. According to the game, we're 29%.
Spyro, I found an egg, but only Sparx will be able to reach it. There's a small hole that leads to a crawdad farm. I can take him there if he's ready.
Alright, let's do it. The Sparx worlds are actually really fun. I like these a lot. They can be kind of challenging, though. I don't know. I don't think my Toho skills are going to transfer over to this, but you never know.
Hello, Sparx. Maybe before you take on the nasty crawdads, I should give you some help.
Okay, so basically this is the tutorial. But you have to go through this forced tutorial section. Whoops. Boom. Look at that. Boom. So it's like this over the top. You press square to charge, you press circle to fire. It's just like freaking Spyro.
You can also move quickly by charging, like Spyro. To charge, hold down the square button. Use your...
Yeah. So this time you gotta chase down this guy. Get him, the stag beetle. Those guys will come back to haunt you in the very last Sparx world, so...
Now for the hard part.
Except, don't listen to her. This took me forever to figure out when I was a kid, but basically Sparx can also strafe. And Zoe wants you to strafe to beat these guys. Basically all you gotta do is that. There's actually a way to skip this entire tutorial and just go straight to the level.
On your travels, you'll notice...
But I don't know what it is. So the other thing is you get these butterflies here. They give you special power-ups, like the spread shot. Whoops. Now, make sure you don't take a hit here, because Zoe will get mad and she'll make you redo the tutorial. If you do, that's not very fun. Alright. Whoa, boy. Boy, howdy. We can just take care of those guys like that. So you gotta kind of think on your feet. Well, that's it for the tutorial.
Like you're ready, Sparx. If you need it...
So now you head into the world proper. In each Sparx world, there's 1 egg and 200 gems. Sparx has to pick up the gems by himself, so no cheating. I like to strafe through most of this. Strafing will, of course, lock your position. So if you get into a diagonal position, you can strafe diagonally, too. Now, you'll see these butterflies kind of scattered throughout the level. Like regular healing butterflies. As you can see, Sparx has a life meter. And Sparx can take, actually, 6 hits before he dies. So basically, you take 1 hit, nothing happens except you lose a little bit from the meter. You take the second hit, that's when you change color like you do in the game. And when you get to green, you're on your last 2 hits. And a healing butterfly will heal, like, basically 1 color's worth, or 2 hits. So I'd recommend saving them for, you know, emergencies. Now, the tricky part here is the infinitely respawning enemies. There are these enemy generators, but this one is behind a shield that we can't destroy, so what are we supposed to do? Well, we just picked up a red key, so we gotta find the red door that matches with the red key. So you can see where this goes, and this is actually, like, surprisingly tricky, especially if you have no idea what you're doing. So, as long as you do know what you're doing, you're okay. And we got power-ups for days here, so as long as we got that, we'll be okay. Oh my god, my face itches, man! My face itches! My face itches! It freaking itches! Oh my goodness, it's like my temple, too. It's like on the left side of my face. Okay, I'm scratching that, man. Goodness. That's crazy. So destroy these enemy generators, these crawdad generators. This is crawdad farms after all, so of course we'll be fighting some crawdads. Now we pick up the green key. Refill on the power-up. And you gotta make sure you destroy all of the enemy generators, because those will give you gems. Now as far as power-ups go, the green power-up is like by far the best in the game. All of the other ones suck, because the green power-up gives you lots of ammo. Oh, and we got the crab fucks, too. Oh, boy, get off my ass, dude. Those ones you have to hit a couple of times, and I believe this is also... That guy drops an invincibility power-up. So when you're invincible, you can basically run into as many enemies as you want, with no consequence. You'll just destroy them. So that's awesome. So if we can quickly make it over to the yellow... Oh my goodness, we get some lag from so much of the craziness. Destroy that. The invincibility makes it very, helpful. It's very handy. Kind of didn't want to eat that, but then again, I don't really need it because I'm good enough at Sparx Worlds, so... Guess I'm just too pro for this game. Anyway, when we activated that switch, we also Well, what we should have done is de-shield, I guess you could say, the main enemy generator that was in this room. So we should finally be... Yep, here we go. Let's destroy that sucker. Get 5 gems. 5 gems is the reward. That's all the reward you give me. How many gems do we have here? 151? 2? Okay. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. Come over here, and this is the road to the boss, basically. And there are bosses in the Sparx world, and they're actually pretty cool. Some of them, sometimes they can be kind of challenging, too. But not this first guy. This first guy is like... Oh man, excuse my throat here. It's still incredibly dry. Because, you know, you got the dryness of winter outside, and then you've got the heater running in my room. I actually turn it off now when I record. Oh god, now we got crab generators. Dude, I don't want your crabs. No, dude, I don't want that. Can we do a no damage Sparx? That's like, that'd be, oh my goodness, this is the boss door right here. We're gonna no damage Sparx this sucker. Hopefully I'm not missing any gems. So this is the boss, and basically, oh man, I thought I was gonna no damage him. Or you could just tank the hits, whatever, it's cool. You can strafe like that. Just as long as you strafe, basically, there's no way you can lose to that guy. He might do a little bit of damage, but nothing much. Nora. That's funny, because my Arabic textbook, like, one of the names that they use all of the time, just for, like, a name to have a noun, is Nora. They use that one all the time. And I actually didn't know, I thought it was a word the first time I saw it, because they write it with a long, like, O, because there's only 3 vowels in Arabic, and even those aren't technically vowels, they're semi-vowels, actually, but that's getting into the weird linguistic aspects of the language, but for the longest time I thought I saw like Nur, and I was like, wait, what does that mean? Alright, I'm missing a gem somewhere, and it's kind of making me a little angry, because I would like to get this... Oh, there it is. That's no biggie. So now, when you complete the Sparx world, when you hatch the egg with Sparx, Sparx gets an ability, and I mentioned this in an earlier episode, but now Sparx will be able to pick up gems for slightly farther away, which is nice. It's definitely thoughtful of the devs.
Nice work, Sparx. You've beaten the Crawdad King and found the lost egg. Not only that, but some of the dragon magic seems to have rubbed off on you. Now you can pick up gems when they're even further away from Spyro.
Alright, so yeah, Zoe just basically is redundant as she always is. Good for her. Good for freaking her! Alright, let's go on back to Midday Gardens. Say goodbye to Sunrise Spring because we're never going to see it again. This is, what, part 9, and we were still doing stuff in the first of the 4 hub worlds. I told you this is going to be a pretty long LP. Much longer than the other Spyros, at least. I mean, how many... What, was Spyro 1 like 11 parts or something like that? It was crazy. So I guess the big question now is whether or not I start Enchanted Towers or I start Icy Peak. I keep wanting to call it Feisty Peak, man, because... Well, I'll explain that when I get there, but I'm thinking I want to do Enchanted Towers because it'll offer a much more concrete end to the video, for the lack of a better word. Because there's like a whole bunch of stuff that you have to do with Spyro, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff you have to do with Sergeant Bird. And I think that the best time to break would be between the two, actually. So, because the videos are starting to get kind of long with all the stuff I've been doing lately. So I kind of don't want to lose track of time. I don't want to keep them like... A 24-minute video is a long video by my standards, so I don't want them to be that long. I'd rather have them be like 20 or like 18 or something. But anyway, this level is another one of those really, really horrible levels in Spyro 3, because you've got to spend your time killing these fucks for a whole bunch of 2 gems. That's all they ever drop is fucking 2 gems, but there's like a cajillion of them. And you can't flame them. There's a way that you can, like, flame charge them if you're good with using, like, the advanced speedrunning techniques. But I'm not, so I'm stuck with this. Now, the other thing that's really annoying is this jump. You can make this jump. It's really hard, but it's possible to make. I'm not going to sit there wasting, like, your time and my time trying to make that jump on camera. Because you can eventually come around and get that, like, head-bashable gem case from the other side, which is what you would normally do, but it's a shortcut to the end of the level too. So, I don't know, it's like, you're gonna get up there the other way eventually, so I don't even know why I would bother to try doing that. Gladys. Such an old woman name. Gladys. With a Y and everything, man. That's some crazy crap right there. 49 eggs? Are you telling me we have a third of the eggs in the game? That is a lie. Well, actually, no, that's entirely true. We have not quite a third of the eggs in the game, technically. I took a hit there because I'm an idiot, but there's actually a little bit more than 150 eggs, and I don't want to take any chances with this guy. See, what you do is that you're supposed to use Sergeant Bird to get a lot of these guys because they're flying in places you can't get. But guys like those you can get with Spyro because they give you enough rocks to do so. But this is the main attraction. You have this big statue of Nidoqueen here, and some rockets. And you know what happens when you flame rockets in Spyro? I'm going to even stop and look at the glory. Ooh, look at the glory. Boom! Yeah! So you destroy part of the statue. What you want to do is destroy all of the statue. You want to destroy Nidoqueen's statue because you don't want her to have any influence because she's a bitch. There's all kinds of enemies over here, though. Dropping all kinds of 5 gems. It's like every enemy in this world drops either a 2 gem or a 5 gem. So, now we got to deal with these butt munches. More of these doofuses. They look so derpy, too, just like the big faces with the sharp teeth and the just flying there all smug and shit. So we're just going to shoot a rock at them until they die. Now, the other thing about their gems is that they can be kind of a pain in the ass to, like, I don't know, like, figure out where they are, because if they, like, hit a wall or something like that, they're just going to be... Would you freaking hit this asshole? They're going to, like, see, that 2 gem over there is from the guy that I hit. But if you hit them over a pit, their gem's going to fly to you. But sometimes the gem takes a really long time to fly to you, so you can see why that's kind of annoying. So you can talk to this guy over here. I didn't talk to the guy at the start of the level. I haven't really been doing that a whole bunch just because there are so many guys to talk to in this game.
The world breathlessly awaits my brilliant 4-dimensional masterpiece. Just light all the rockets and prepare to be amazed by my genius.
For a second I was like, 4-dimensional masterpiece, but you're only working in 3 dimensions, and then I realized that lighting the rockets is the 4th dimension. His art is destroying the Nidoqueen. That's actually kind of cool.
Oops! I forgot I hid this egg inside the statue. I hope the explosion didn't hard-boil it.
Jeez. That's a morbid thought, a hard-boiled dragon. Another morbid thought is lag on my computer. Also, what kind of child would name their kid Peanut? I mean, even if he has nasty buck teeth like that, it's like, jeez, that's just animal cruelty. That's not animal cruelty, that's child cruelty. So make sure you get this, too. This is another thing you can get at Sergeant Bird, but I want to get it out of the way now. And I don't think I'm going to, like, carry on this episode a lot longer, because it's probably been longer than I think it's been. Still got a little bit of stuff to do before I decide to go over to Sergeant Bird. Now, if you remember these guys from Spyro 2 in Scalos Badlands, well, we've got to collect 8 more of them. And that's actually what you do as Sergeant Bird. But first we've got to make this glide over here to the last part of the level. That's what I said. When I said this level is huge, I meant this level is freaking enormous. Yeah, I'm not pro enough to know how to destroy these guys the real way. And they're just annoying. They just get everywhere. So we'll destroy these guys with rocks, because I'd rather use the rocks than Sergeant Bird's stupid-ass missiles. Because those are just awful. What? I just charged him when he was freaking sleeping. I didn't even know you could do that. That's gotta be a glitch or something. Whoops. Oh man, I keep trying to do what you're supposed to do. It's like you flame charge and jump at the same time, and Spyro will flame and then angle it upwards. It's really weird. I can't seem to do it. It's really hard. It might be the kind of thing where you need to be, like, having your fingers on all of the buttons. What the frickety... Okay, this is really weird. I have never seen these enemies do this before. I swear to golly gosh that I have no idea what's going on here. Okay, get the rock. Yeah, and you see how many of these things there are? They're just so... This is why this level is so bad. It's just... Ugh. But I promise that this is, like, the last bad level for a really long time. At least you do get them out of the way early. I mean, like... Say what you will about sacrificing the pacing, but... It's, you know... Part of it's nice to get done early, you know what I mean? Okay. I have no idea what I'm up to for time. Like I said, I don't want these episodes to get too long. Well, this is just how you get back out. We don't want to get back out. We want to get down. There's a secret area over here, and then that's how you get Sergeant Bird and do the rest of the crap in the level. And then there's another secret area that we have to do. So the rest of this place is going to take a whole other video. So, jeez, I don't know. Maybe I will do this one, because this actually doesn't take that long. Gotta make up my mind and actually decide something. Basically, this is just a puzzle, and if you know how to do it, then it doesn't take that long.
I was playing catch with my pet wolf Farley, but I accidentally threw his ball down this hole, and he went in after it. Now he's stuck down there. I feel so helpless, sitting up here, listening to his steadily softening whimpers. Don't cry, Wolf. Never cry, Wolf.
Wow. That's just wow, man. Alright, now make sure you get these gems over here. There's like a really pro way to speedrun this level, and I don't know what it is. Because I am not nearly as familiar with the speedrun of this game as I am with the speedrun of Spyro 2. Reason being, the speedrun of this game is like 3.5 hours long, whereas in Spyro 2 it was like 2.5 hours long. Now the idea is to use the dog's ball to get him to go places. So you throw the ball there, and he gets over there, he raises the platform and lets you get up. Some of these switches you can even hit without his help, so that's nice. And he'll also chase around these guys for you. You know, I didn't, for the life of me, realize that these guys were supposed to be like construction worker, foreman type dudes. I thought they were judges when I was a little kid. I thought they were judges because they had the, like, big hammers, and the judges have their gavels. And I don't know, man. I was a really stupid kid, okay? Actually, that's not true at all. I was a reasonably smart kid. So what you want to do here is spit this over here, and then make the platform rise so the wolf goes over and gets the ball. So that's pretty easy. Not too bad. Not too bad. Make sure you pick up the gems on the way. We're already like halfway done with this puzzle. Like I said, this isn't very long if you know what you're doing. This is another one where you can just kind of cheat the system, but I feel like doing it the legitimate way because the legitimate way needs more love. So you do that. Oh, I remember what you're supposed to do now. Yeah. I'm so used to doing this the cheapo way that I can't remember. Okay. You need to get off the switch, you stupid wolf. So go over there. Dude, get off the switch! You motherfucker. Alrighty. Well, you go over there, you get it. You get that. And now we do that. There's a way to get up there without freaking going through all that hassle, but that's also pretty much the end of this. Because now you have a breakable wall here. So you break the wall, and then you're basically where you were. All you gotta do is kill this guy and open the... I said all you gotta do is kill this guy and open the door, but apparently Spyro doesn't want to kill anybody today. He's feeling a little too lovey-dovey.
Hey! You found Farley! How can I ever thank you? I mean, I could give you this old egg, but Farley's been chewing on it, and it's kind of slimy. Oh well, it's the thought that counts, right?
Ew. I am really not a dog person, to be honest. I prefer cats. Dogs are just way too... They're like too much, you know? They're always running around, they're freaking noisy, they bark all the time. They're too high energy for me, so I prefer cats myself. So I guess we're gonna call it an episode here, just because this place takes so long. Give the rest of it a whole video to itself. So next time on Let's Play Spyro 3, we're gonna finish off Enchanted Towers. I hope to see you then. I hope you've been enjoying the series. Bye.